Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to Question Reality with Priscilla Leona, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to Question Reality. I am Priscilla Leona, and this show is the absolute best entertainment career advice internet radio show, I think, in the world. I'm just going to say it. We are coming to you live from Los Angeles, California, and this show is for you if you are questioning your career reality by considering or pursuing a career in the entertainment industry. Now, for 9 years, the guests on this show have provided tips, advice, and resource information on how and what it takes to successfully pursue a career in a wide variety of show business jobs. Now, the guests on this show include Emmy winners, Grammy winners, Tony Award winners, reality TV stars, producers, directors, casting directors, talent managers, agents, screenwriters, actors, singers, dancers. Oh, Lord, the list goes on and on and on. We throw a damn celebrity attorney in for last time. We put them in December just because we're going to give people hope. Yes. We have special effects directors. Basically, we have everyone that's in front of and also behind the camera. So all of our guests have been selected because they are at different stages of their careers, obviously from professional to beginner. Once in a while, we'll throw the beginner in because we want to know how many cans of tuna fish they're eating a week, the ramen, the tuna fish, and we're like, yes, you will be able to afford a ribeye steak. Keep going. So they are on at all levels to answer your show business career questions. Now, if you missed any of the shows or want to seek advice about a specific entertainment career, please go to our archive page, which is on the LA Talk Radio website, latalkradio.com, and search for the name of our show, Question Reality, or search by my name, Priscilla Leona, and you can download or listen to any interview for 24 hours a day. You can never have too much of me. 24 hours a day, I am there, whether you like it or not. All of the Question Reality shows are also available for free on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher.com under the podcast section. And make sure that you get our newly designed free app. It's on the home page down at the bottom of the latalkradio.com website. People send me tons of emails. I can't find it. Where is it? I don't know. What's going on? You said it was there. Yes, it is there. Look. People have like a 10-second attention span. If they don't see it right there, that's it. They're gone. Finally, very exciting news. As you know, we have a waiting list always 6 months to a year in advance, but right now is the time because we are booking for the second quarter of this season. So please go to our website and submit for consideration to be on the show. But it is not the LA Talk Radio website. It is questionrealityradioshow.com. questionrealityradioshow.com, and click the contact link. And that is how you can do it. Do it to it. Now, I just wanted to tell you real quick, very exciting. Last night was our LA premiere of one of two. I'm working on 2 feature films. As you know, I'm a producer, director, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's multi-hyphenated in this town. But we had an LA premiere of As Evil Does, starring Bill Cobbs from Night at the Museum and Dorian Missick from Elementary. And it was fantastic. We had possibly 3 seats left in this huge, humongous theater at the Cinemark. It was fantastic. I loved it. I had the Scarlett O'Hara feeling, it was like, yes. So it was a wonderful film. You can see it the last day is this Monday at 1:20 at the Cinemark, Baldwin Hills. So I can go to the website asevildoes.com and check it out. I have another film coming out at the Langley Theater, and that is in March. And I want to say it's on a Saturday. I think it's the 8th, but I'm not sure. I'll get back to you on that. But this one is really good, too. And I'm currently working on a very exciting, I am a foodie. Obviously, if you know me, I'm a little fluffy. I'm like a little jar of fluff marshmallow. So you'd hear me say marshmallow. I'm from the East Coast, not marshmallow. It's marshmallow, marshmallow fluff. And I love foodie movies. Any movie about food, I'm all over it. So I am working on a feature film called... oh, Jesus, I forgot what the hell the name of the show. What is the name? What's the name of my, Albert, what's the name of the feature film that it's a Linda Palmer film, directed by Linda Palmer. It's called Turnover. Turnover. Oh, it's fantastic. And we're casting right now for that. So, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful film. Now, talk about multi-hyphenated entertainment people. We have a guest today on our show. We have two. But let's start with the first one. She is totally multi-hyphenated. You cannot be in the entertainment industry without being multi-hyphenated. If you are not multi-hyphenated, I don't think you're working hard enough. There's something happened. You're not doing enough work. I come from a small town, and, you grow up in... you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you have one title, and if you have more than two, they think you're a flake. They're like, you don't really have a job. What the hell are you doing out there? Nobody has 3, 4, 5 titles. What's going on? But so today we have the gorgeous, sexy, sultry Jessica Rodriguez, and she's going to... Wait, I didn't get to... Hold on a minute over here. Hold the hell. What's going on? I didn't even get to say her last name. I was about to say that I couldn't pronounce it, and I was going to let her do it. I'm going to give it a shot, Jessica, and you can correct me. Bunevacz.
Yeah.
No! Is it really? Wow!
Got it right.
I was spelling bee champion from the 1st to 6th grade, so I gotta give it to my teachers. Jessica Rodriguez Bunevacz is a super hyphenated person. She is a model, producer, author, actress, TV host, and reality TV star. And she's here with her, and yes, I am going to just say it right now. She is here with her future supermodel. I'm going to call her a supermodel daughter, Brianna Bunevacz. Yes, I said it. You know how if you say something and you just put it out there, it's just going to happen? Well, if you could see these two, my God, you can see that they're both gorgeous. They're both supermodel material. Tyra Banks, my girl, would improve. She would definitely approve. So, Jessica, there are a couple, Jessica and Brianna, they are a couple of the cast members from the really new hot show on Lifetime called Making a Model with Yolanda Hadid. And if you don't know who Yolanda Hadid is, let me just throw it at you. She is the mom of now these are definitely what I think are supermodels, Gigi and Bella Hadid.
Yes, they are.
I mean, and I think one of those little chicks were fooling around with my Harry Styles. Now, which one was it, Brianna? Which one was dating my Styles? I am still upset about that.
I think it was Kendall Jenner that was
Oh,
dating.
darn it. Oh, don't get me started. I am obsessed with the Kardashians. I cursed the day I was born, and I was not born a Kardashian. Oh, my God. I love Kylie. I love all of them. I mean, this is a family. It's almost like they're alien. Nobody's that beautiful. Every single one of them is so beautiful. It's like
they just love each other, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. I people bash me, Jessica, right and left for watching the Kardashians. They're like, why would you want to be interested in those people? Are you kidding? They have great family values. Their mother is a genius momager. I mean, she has taken that family and taken them to superstardom, and who the hell could bash them? Anybody who bashes my Kardashians, they're just bitter, just jaded and bitter. Anyway, Jessica, we are going to learn today from Jessica and Brianna what it takes to be a supermodel, and it is not as easy as you think. Everybody seems to think, oh, you're beautiful. You just walk down the damn runway and hope you don't fall off, right? No, it is not. No. So we're going to talk to them briefly. Now, what I want to do before we talk to them is I want you to check out the websites. We got polishedwoman.com. And you can find Jessica, polishedwoman.com, the mom, YouTube, Polished Woman, Instagram, her whole name, actually not the whole name, Jessica Bunevacz. God, I hope I'm getting it. Facebook, Polished Woman, Jessica Rodriguez Bunevacz. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk to them, but go right now because I want you to give them little thumbs up. I want you to give them little fingers. I know, men, I wish, I'm not going to say it, but, I'm saying, just give them little thumbs, like it, go to all their sites now, polishedwoman.com, YouTube, Polished Woman, Instagram, Jessica Bunevacz, Facebook, Polished Woman, and Jessica. And do that right now, please, please, please. While I just tell you a little bit, I got to do my advertisements to keep me in my Snickers bars. I got to keep the sugar coming. I got to talk about the advertisements, all right? Okay, so first, this is not really like an advertisement, but it is. But because I want to tell you how excited I am, because my friend Mary Lou Belli, she's a 2-time Emmy-winning award director. She is the author of the new sitcom career book, the book Acting for Young Actors and Directors Tell the Story. She has a latest film out. It's called America, and it just premiered in Washington, D.C., and we would love for you to check it out right now on Facebook and like it after you like Jessica's stuff, obviously. It is on Facebook, America, the short film. And Mary Lou Belli is now so proud because she is directing Station 19, which is the Grey's Anatomy spinoff. She just started directing that. That's really huge. I should be getting some claps here. Thank you. He's not doing his job. Thank you over there, Albert Bico. He's my special little button man. Now, just briefly to tell you what this movie is about, just briefly. America is about a man, Tim, and in tribute to his brother's military service in Iraq, he takes his brother's ashes to New York to the 9/11 memorial. And the journey ends with a lesson in racial profiling when he shares an evening with his Middle Eastern Airbnb host, Abdul. So doesn't that sound like it sounds like a great film to me, right, Jessica? Yeah. It sounds good. Brianna's like, I'm all up on it. Now, a little bit later in the show, I have to tell you, I'm going to say debuting, only because I've never played it on my radio show before. I'm a reality television fanatic, Jessica and Brianna. My husband's like 121 reality shows. I didn't even know that existed. And so can you put that in there? Because I know millennials know how to put it in there. Yeah. I want to try to get some video from an angle, and I can't fit it in there and talk all at the same time. So Brianna obviously knows how to fit it in there. But I am going to debut a song from this guy, and it's called OD, and it's a song from up-and-coming singer-songwriter Devin Nash, and it's about how you feel when somebody uses you until they use you up. It is from his self-reflective Her EP. You can check out his website, devinnashmusic.com, but this song is hot. And let me tell you a weird thing, Jessica, how I found this guy, but he is going to blow up. This guy, he's young, he's hot, he's sexy. And I was watching Teen Mom UK, Yes, why I watch it, I don't know. I don't have any kids at all, but I watch it anyway. And I heard this song, OD, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this song. And so I go to iTunes to buy it, not on there. I had to do so much research, and then finally I couldn't find it. So I had to track him down, and I sent him an email, and I asked him, how could I buy a song? So he called me back, and we talked on the phone, and sure enough, he put it on there and I got it. But when you hear this song, Jessica, Brianna is going to love this. I know. I can tell she's going to love this song.
Are you going to play it?
You want to play it now? Oh, how about we play it now? We'll play it now. And when we come back, we're going to go into some hot and heavy questions for Jessica and Brianna. So let's play it now. It is called OD. Now, Brianna might know this. I don't know because I'm not a millennial. Yeah. There is a new term that millennials are using called OD, and he told me what it meant. It's not overdose, because I'm listening to the song thinking, did it mean overdose? And he said, no, it does not mean that. And he's like a millennial, so he told me what it meant. I cannot remember, and I apologize, but we're going to have him on the show, and he'll tell us. But maybe when you listen to the song, maybe Brianna will be able to tell us what the heck it means. Okay, so let's listen to this hot song. It's called OD from Devin Nash, DevinNashMusic.com. And when we come back, we are going to be all up in Jessica and Brianna's grill. All right? Go ahead.
My God. My God, she's held with this heaven in her eyes, and it's so marvelous and so damn hard to miss. It ain't right, the way that she came into my life. It makes her hard to trust and so damn dangerous. Because I'm thinking about her future, and that ain't what she's used to. No, she don't wanna confuse us. I said, she don't wanna confuse us. She just wanna OD on me, OD on me. She hit me deep, and then she wanna leave. Yeah, she wanna OD on me, OD on me. That girl, she hit me deep, and then she wanna leave. Ayo, she wanna OD on me, OD on me. That girl, she hit me deep, and then she wanna leave. Hey, no. She don't know what she want. I don't think she wants to know what she want. Cause it ain't about the love. I don't think I ever knew what it was. It was so right. Then came the hard fights, and it was over. But it ain't over. Oh, because she's thinking about her future, and that ain't what she's used to. No, oh, she don't wanna confuse us. I said, she don't wanna confuse us. She just wanna OD on me, OD on me. She hit me deep, and then she wanna leave. Yeah, she wanna OD on me, OD on me. Like she hit me deep, and then she wanna leave. Ayo, she wanna OD on me, OD on me. Like she hit me deep, and then she wanna leave. OD on me, OD on me. She just wanna OD on me, OD on me. Last night I saw you in my dreams. I wonder if you're still thinking me. Last night I saw you in my dreams. I wonder if you're still thinking me. Cause I was in love, obsessed with us, was never enough. You were my drug, and I was just an object of lust. I saw you in my dreams. I wonder if you're still thinking me. Just wanna OD on me, OD on me. She just wanna OD on me, OD on me, OD on me. She just wanna OD on me, OD on me.
Woo! Oh my God! So was that song hot or what? Brianna, speaking from the millennials, wasn't that fantastic?
Isn't Brianna
that was good.
Generation Z?
Oh, she
That's
is.
what I- yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
right. Generation Z.
Generation Z.
What is? I don't even know when that starts. When does Generation Z start? Was it like 90? 2000?
2000?
2000. Oh my lord.
2000?
2000. Oh my gosh. Well, we love you, Devin Nash, and you're going to be coming on soon, and you can tell us what in the heck OD means, because I don't know, Brianna, I can't remember. And could you figure it out from the lyrics?
All I know is that it's overdose.
I thought overdose. He said no. He said no.
Urban Dictionary.
He said, yeah, we're gonna have to look in the Generation X dictionary. Okay, so let's get back. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about Jessica Rodriguez. And this mic is like right in her face. Let me just position it right there. Alrighty there. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still right there. Oh my gosh, I'm so tall. So tall. I got to get some good footage, but I don't. Okay. Now, Jessica, she was born and grew up in the Philippines, and then she moved to America 10 years ago.
Yes.
And in the Philippines, let me speak in that. Let me see
Yes,
are you
hello?
getting? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
I'm good.
10 years ago. Now, in the Philippines, Jessica used to be a model, an actress, a TV host, and finally, a talent manager for actors. She is a mother of 3 children. Do you believe I have to reference that? Because one time I said mother of 3, and I really thought it was kids. It turned out to be damn cats. And the woman felt violated. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll make sure that I say children. Children. And she is the wife of a very hot, sexy, handsome Filipino-Hungarian athlete and TV host. Now, while here in LA, Jessica became the person to go to when women had problems. Now I know where the hell to go with their relationships and also with fashion. So Jessica started advising women and somehow ended up styling them as well for special occasions. And she put up a YouTube channel and developed Polished Woman, which eventually led to her writing a very successful book entitled, I love this title. This has got to be turned into a movie, Jessica.
I know.
Date like a girl, marry like a woman.
Yes.
It's either going to be a feature film that we all can see or porn that Albert's going to rent, because someone's going to steal that title and turn it into a porn, because it's that hot. That's a hot title. Now, recently, Jessica and her daughter Brianna were cast in the new reality television show on the Lifetime channel called Making a Model with Yolanda Hadid. And the reason why is because her daughter Brianna wants to be a model, and Jessica feels strongly that she's going to end up becoming probably already is the role of a momager. It's on the horizon for sure, don't you think? I think it is.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this new show on Lifetime, because as I said, I'm all over reality TV. Making a Model with Yolanda Hadid. Okay, first let's say it's a modeling competition.
Yes.
How does the competition work?
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys get cast? I'm throwing questions at you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the winner win? And what are the pros and cons of being on a reality show or this type of show? So why don't we split them up? How does the competition work, Jessica?
Okay, the competition is not just they don't eliminate contestants. Like, they don't eliminate any models from the show. So they stay the whole 8 weeks in the show, and And but every week, every episode, we get some sort of like an assignment. They don't even want to call it like a challenge. It's an assignment that they have to win, and then and then we or whoever wins the assignment wins $5,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That can add up to some serious Jimmy Choos.
Yeah. A lot of Jimmy Choos.
Yeah. My gosh. So unfortunately, there's millions of shows, and I would have been all over this if I would have known about it. I did not know about it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the very first competition. Like, what was the assignment and who won and what did they, $5,000. So what was the assignment?
Oh.
Do we remember back that far? Because it started in January, right, Jessica?
We had to actually direct my daughter, to for a photo shoot in what do you call it, Times Square, where it's so busy.
Oh yeah,
it's just crowded, and we have to think of an idea on how to do this photo shoot. And what happened is, because it's I'm a high heel person. I'm a high heel woman, and I made her wear high heels. And I think because she's just 13 during the time that we filmed the show, for Yolanda, because it's her first time to do a photo shoot, it was not appropriate for a 13-year-old girl, teenager to wear high heels.
Oh, okay.
But then again, she did so good that she was in the middle. She didn't even get.
Wasn't in like the bottom. What do they have? What do they rank them like?
They rank them from bottom to
like I watch, of course. I'm obsessed again with. I love everything about fashion and models, and of course I love Tyra Banks, and I love that they brought back America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
I love Rita Ora, but Tyra Banks is like everything.
Yeah.
And the way they do at the end of the night is they do best photo.
Yes.
Right. So how is it that when they are doing the competition and they're naming from, I guess, they don't do best picture. What do they do? How does she?
So she judges the girls from the photo shoot that they did, and so she would rank them from bottom to the first
based on the picture.
Based on the picture and how the relationship. It really depends on the assignments assignment every week, every episode.
So that's sort of like I'm not comparing it because again I haven't seen the show that you're on, but America's Next Top Model, they give them assignments too per se. But I guess they take lots of shots and then they choose like the best picture. Does Yolanda like pick best picture? Like this is, you get best picture, you get second, you get third, and that's how it goes.
Yes.
So similar to that.
But then this one, for the first episode, because it's a mom and daughter show, she made sure that the relationship of the mom and daughter, me directing her as my model, is excellent.
Okay.
And so she judges.
So is she very interactive in the show? Like Tyra, she comes in the beginning, and then her people or her squad or team takes over and gives them the challenges, and then she comes back at the end. Is Yolanda Hadid very interactive?
Yolanda is there the whole time. She's
That's very important.
Yeah.
That is so very important.
Yeah.
I really wish that on America's Next Top Model, Tyra was. I mean, she is sometimes when she does the shoots, but I wish that she was more involved with like teaching the models what to do. So I assume, and again, we're taking it from the perspective that I know nothing about Yolanda Hadid and her relationship with the girls. So Yolanda Hadid, the mother of Gigi and Bella, was she a model before? Is that how she ended up guiding the girls into becoming super?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about her background.
She was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, wasn't she?
Yeah, but before that, she was
a model.
She was a big model here in LA, but she's Dutch. So she came, I think, she moved here in LA to pursue, not in LA, but in New York to pursue her dream to become a model, and she became big.
Okay.
And then she she did, I think, The Housewives for like I think 5 years or something, and then Gigi
and then her
daughters became just like one of the
just blew up.
The biggest models in the world.
Wow.
So
you can only hope if you're a mom that your daughter gets to that level. So let's go with how did you guys get cast? Was it through a talent manager? Did you see it somewhere?
Well,
how did you get cast, Brianna?
I was scouted on Instagram from one of the producers on the show, and then he contacted us, and then he wanted to do a FaceTime with both of us to see how our relationship was. And then that was kind of like the audition in the process, and then he sent that video back to the rest of the people, and then they were like, okay, would you like to come to New York to do this TV show? And then we were like, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? It's like, we felt like God just gave it to us, and we're like, okay, all of a sudden this thing came out.
You never know. Never know what is going to happen.
It's amazing. And we just started, I just started her Instagram.
I only had like 100 followers.
Yeah, and she only had we just posted like 5 photos, and all of a sudden I didn't even believe it. I was like, maybe this is fake.
I thought it was like a scam.
Yeah. That's very similar to a story, and you'll, Jessica, will be able to relate to me on this very well, because you know how you just said you thought it was a scam?
Yeah.
Well, Steve Perry, who used to be the lead singer of Journey.
He's Filipino.
Yeah. Well, the original singer was. But that's the same story.
Yeah.
He got the phone call when Steve, I met Steve Perry. He's a mutual friend of David Schwimmer, who was on Friends. But what is his name? Albert, the Filipino guy that now sings for Journey. Was it?
Pineda?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. He got the call.
Arnel Pineda,
the Filipino. And he got the call, and he hung up.
Yeah.
He hung up on him. He thought it was like some scam, too.
Yeah.
But, never hang up. Okay. So now, I guess I'm going to ask both of you this from different perspectives, from the mom and then the daughter perspective. So what are the pros and cons of being on a reality show of this type? Jessica, let's go first.
From our experience,
from yours, and then I want Brianna to tell me what hers.
It's good. There are good things, of course, because it's
huge opportunity.
It's huge opportunity being there for her, learning the whole, fashion industry. It's just amazing because she won't learn this. I won't even learn this on my own.
Oh,
being involved.
You couldn't pay for that education.
You can't even pay for it.
Especially from Yolanda Hadid.
Exactly. Right? I mean, she's one of the best. And I think it was a huge opportunity for us, getting this this project and being able to spend 2 months with her alone without my husband and her siblings. It's just her and I. We've gotten so close as a mother and daughter, and she's a teenager, and that's the hardest part of being a mom, is to be close to a teenager. So that's a definite pro. That's a definite pro.
The exposure, the closeness the opportunity that you have to get close to your daughter.
Yeah.
Now, do these normally you do not get paid for these shows? But some of them you do. Are there obviously the $5,000, but it's like, here's your $5,000. Don't be trying to get any royalties, right?
No.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
who in the hell wouldn't want that? All right. And what are some of the cons?
The cons is, I think, once the show is out there, you don't know how other people are just being,
because there are some trolls on social media.
They're not, and not everyone are. Most of them, like 90%, were nice, and then the 10%, it just hurts you. I mean, so that's why I kind of
just remember they're jaded and bitter, and they wish they could be Brianna. So that's the way. And Jessica. So you can't even pay attention to that little trolls. Okay, so. Now, we were just talking about this. Now, Brianna, you and Brianna should know this, obviously. There was I'm going to say similar per se show on last year called Growing Up Supermodel. Mm-hmm. Did you watch it? Did either of you watch it?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was with former supermodel parents and their also actors. So, for example, they had Kelly LeBrock, supermodel back in the day. She was the girl that was in the White Snake video and she threw herself across the front. And her daughter was Arissa LeBrock. It's Steven Seagal and Kelly LeBrock's daughter. She was a plus-size model. And then they had Oscar De La Hoya's daughter on there, Tiana De La Hoya. And they had Ricky Schroeder's daughter, beautiful. Oh my God, these two girls are so beautiful. You know, just to look upon them, it's just the gift. Faith Ann Schroeder and Cambry Schroeder.
Yeah.
Schroeder, right? And then they had Jake Merritt, who was Kristen Allen's son. I was actually in a movie with Krista Allen called Totally Blonde. Well, shameless plug there for myself. But this was a really fantastic show because you got to see. And then they had Beverly, who was a Beverly Peel, I believe. I apologize. I didn't name everybody that was on the show, but I just kind of threw this together, and I just wanted to bring it up. It was a great competition because the supermodels got to share all of their information about what it was like being a supermodel, and it was in the 80s and 90s. Okay. So they were talking about how the business is definitely not the same as when they grew up. Yeah. And Ricky Schroeder's two daughters got started on Instagram. And they get paid, I don't even know, don't quote me on this amount, but it was blowing my mind. Companies pay these models to post Instagram pictures, right? And they get paid like $15,000 or $20,000.
That's true.
And that's the new way that they're getting exposure and getting paid.
That's true.
Companies. So if you are a Generation X, right, and you want to be a model, this is what you do. Like Brianna was just saying, she was just posting her little pictures on Instagram. Well, that's how future supermodels are being scouted. And then once you become a model, then you're going to get paid a fortune by posting your picture. So that is amazing. But if you get a chance, I would highly recommend maybe you look up Growing Supermodel, because there were so many tips on there that I thought was great advice for the parents and the Generation X girls getting the campaigns, because the girls were talking about how you need to look for this when you choose a company and that, and they're going to say this and that, and I can't reference all of it, but it gave very good advice. So it's called Growing Up Supermodel, and it was really good. So I think definitely, again, I can't compare it.
Yeah.
I can't compare it because I haven't seen your show yet, but it was really, really great. So again, Growing Up Supermodel. Now you have the book, Date Like a Girl, Marry Like a Woman.
Yes.
Wait, we didn't talk to Brianna. We didn't. I want to find out you, because I mean, you're the aspiring supermodel. What exactly are the pros and cons that you feel
for the
being
TV
on
show?
the show?
I feel like I learned so much, and I knew it was going to be really hard to be a model, and I was ready for that, and I was ready for competition and for all the hard work. And I was so glad that I got to experience that, especially with Yolanda, who's been through this, because all of her 3 kids are really successful in the modeling
There's
world.
a boy, right?
Anwar.
A little hottie boy.
Anwar
Ooh, I want to put him on my lap. Oh my gosh, she's going to be suing me. Go ahead, Brianna.
But so yeah, because she's been through this, and I'm so thankful that I got to learn from her, because Gigi, Bella, Anwar are the top models, and I'm so happy I get to learn from that and really take that in and use that for my future, and then meeting new people like IMG, Tommy Hilfiger, like everyone, like so amazing. And then the cons, Yolanda talked about like your life now as a teenager, and then exposing yourself to modeling when you're like 16, because she wants me now to like enjoy my friends, school, and like all the fun stuff, and then really when I'm 16 I hit that part, and then I start modeling and take it really seriously.
Oh, so we didn't talk about how old you are.
I'm 14.
Okay,
right now.
14. Okay.
So yeah. So she wants me to have fun, enjoy my teenage life as I can right now, and then 16, just really got to go for it.
Really got to. So what have you learned, that maybe 3 things that you've learned so far being on the show that you really feel are something you're like, wow, really?
Yeah.
You got to do that? Or, even if it's like the way you stand or the way you got to talk, or what do you feel?
I think one of them, or 3 things that I've learned, is a lot about communication, how you treat people on like whatever you're doing, and you just got to really work hard, and no matter what you're doing, if the photographer wants you to go in the freezing cold water, you got to do it. Like you just got to do whatever they want you to do. And then the second thing is the way you look into the camera's lens. Like, you have to tell them a story with your eyes.
Smize, as Tyra Banks would say, you gotta smize. Well, you can't use it on that, but yeah, you have to be able to, because your face, that is your moneymaker. You gotta be able to tell the story.
Yeah.
Like, have you gotten to the part where they've explained to you the difference between being editorial versus being, there's different types of models.
They're
so explain that to the...
They're like different poses for like editorial, like a little bit more like, how would you explain it? Like, not like serious, but like, like, I don't know. It's like hard to explain.
It is kind of hard because, an editorial look, you have to position your body in a certain way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just,
it depends on the designer as well.
Right.
And the look,
that they want
to portray.
And they expect you to be able to get it.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be wasting all of their time trying to teach you how to be a model. So you should know what the difference between, being an editorial model, and then there's high fashion, and then there's beauty, which is main focus on the face rather than the body. They did a very cool thing on America's Next Top Model, which I thought, wow, that's original. She made what was called a sandwich. So she had a model, and this was for beauty. She had a model on the bottom, a model with her head going this way, and then a model's head going that way, and another one where it was literally like a sandwich. And you had to be able to bring, as Brianna said, with your eyes, you had to tell that you had to make that picture a beauty shot rather than...
What did they always tell you? Look at speak to the camera and stuff?
Speak to the camera with your eyes.
With your eyes.
Yeah.
Eyes are the windows of the soul. So
like beyond the lens.
Yes. So what about body positioning? So are they focusing... what are the age ranges with the girls? From what to what?
TV show?
The age range, from the show you're on.
From the show, I was the youngest, so I was 13. I was 13 when we filmed the show.
Okay.
And then there was another 13-year-old, and then 15, 16, and 17.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah.
And are they just? Are they teaching you how to walk the runway and do high fashion, then do editorial, then do beauty, or are they just giving you assignments and what?
They actually did everything.
Wow.
Would you believe that? Like they did runway. Oh, they did. So they did photo shoot on the first episode. The second they did, what did they do? Sort of like a runway, but then it's social media because, social media is big in the fashion industry. So they did a photo shoot and sort of like a runway with the social media. And then the third was a photo shoot at the beach. So it's like making you do, a hard photo shoot because it was winter.
Swimsuit modeling is a totally different type of modeling.
Yeah.
People just think if you're a model that you can model anything, but it's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Height determines it. Body shape determines the shape of your face.
And we were in New York. It was freezing cold.
And she had to be in a bikini.
Yeah.
So
was that the Times Square one where she had to be?
We were at a beach, and they had to wear a swimsuit. It was freezing cold.
We had to go
and so
in the water.
They taught them that now this is a model. This is a model's job. So even if they let you go to the to the beach, it's freezing water. You gotta do it. Yeah. So
don't be bitching, whining, and complaining about it either. Because they're gonna find out.
I know.
And people just think being a model is so easy. I mean, look what you have to do. You have to be in the dead of winter out in the middle of the ocean, they're trying to kill your ass out there. I mean, the girl
What
could
was the
have gotten
temperature?
pneumonia. Oh,
It was really cold.
It was very cold.
Yeah.
It was cold. What
Very
month
cold.
was it?
It was April.
April.
But then it
April?
was,
Ooh.
yeah.
It's still cold
It's still
on the
cold
East
in
Coast.
Europe,
Yeah,
yeah.
it really is.
Yeah.
I'm from the East Coast, so I know this.
Yeah.
Now, so again, so far you feel like every show, Brianna, you are learning things,
Yes,
right?
yes.
What was your most favorite thing to learn that you didn't know before?
Oh, there's more. That's such a hard one, but I think like confidence is a really big part. Confidence, because when you walk in a room and you're gonna meet with someone, you have to like instantly like brighten their eyes and just
That's right.
be like full of light, and then
Yes.
they're gonna want to like talk to you more, and you have to ask them questions, and you have to be engaged in that.
Right. Now, what she's talking about is called, in the modeling world, so for an actor, it would be an audition. In the modeling world, it's called a go-see.
Go-see.
So she's talking about when you have to go and see, literally, a person who determines. I thought that was the dumbest name ever. I don't know who came up with that. A go-see. But I used to call it a look-see. I never, but, because they're looking and they're seeing whether or not they want you. But you really, from the time you enter that door, you're on. You're on. And you really, it's kind of, if you're lucky, your agent or your manager will tell you a little bit if they have any information, but a lot of times they don't. And you got to walk in there and think, what do they want? Look around, what kind of clothes, because you can look on the racks and tell. I mean, obviously, if you're a model, you got to do your research, right?
Yes.
You got to know
yeah.
the brands.
Yes.
So if you're going on a go-see to, say, guests, to be a guest model, then you know what they're looking for, right? Right? Hopefully.
We made
But
a
if
lot of mistake in the beginning because we didn't know anyone. So.
Yeah. That's something you learn, but that's all part of the process.
There's no guessing to be a guest model.
No, absolutely not. So, in conclusion, Brianna, you would say that confidence is what you've gained most of being in a room, going to a go-see. You really feel more confident because of the skills.
Yes, I do.
Love it. Now, Jessica, let's get back to your book, Date Like a Girl, Marry Like a Woman. What's that book about?
Oh.
Because that sounds pornographic to me. I actually want to read it now just by the title. That sounds like something I'm going to do to you on Friday night after midnight, Albert. I'm going to put on my little school girl. Does it involve little Catholic girl school socks? And a little short mini skirt?
I think on the chapter where the Marry Like a Woman is, you'll find it there.
All right. So tell us, for those who do not know what your book about, why would we go out and buy that book?
Well, if you're single, you want to know how to, find the man of your dreams.
Yeah.
And so date like a girl, because I think this generation, girls or ladies are forgetting to be ladies. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then women are forgetting to be women. So they just... they feel, of course, I believe in being dependent and being, woman power and everything. But somehow you have to go back to that, it's like
being demure and
being a lady, like being a woman and being, treated like a queen or or a
letting a man treat you like that, because a lot of times, it's all about, I want to be, feminism, and they get offended if a man holds a door open for you in a car. Do you know how long we fought to have those? Yeah. I mean, my God, now when a guy does it, you're going to get offended. Don't be blowing my scene.
And women, they forget that when they go out on a date with a guy, let them pay.
Exactly.
Especially if they ask you for a date. I mean, why would you share?
Don't be throwing that Dutch shit at me. Unless we're in a Dutch restaurant, I don't want to hear the word Dutch. No. I don't want to be paying for my own. I mean, because that is what, the way a man treats you initially. Yeah, they're putting, a woman and a man, they both put on their airs and graces. But you can, if you're intelligent, you can kind of see, what they're about a little bit if you're paying attention. But what do you teach in
well,
your
they're
book?
forgetting. I mean, guys actually are very confused nowadays because they don't know.
That's true.
You know, they don't know. Am I going to pay first, or
Yeah.
or we're going to split it, or
Yeah.
they don't know either because
Yeah.
they feel like women nowadays are just like just like men,
Right.
So I'm just teaching the whole the generation nowadays in the 50s or 60s to just meet in between.
Right.
And just teach women how to just date like an old fashioned, and then in between be the new generation kind of girl. And then once they find that guy, it doesn't stop there.
Right.
Once you find the love of your life, you don't stop.
Yeah, you don't
become
say,
like,
well, I'm taking these Catholic schoolgirl socks off. There's no more. No,
and
but
you stop
but
loving yourself.
But does that mean that you gotta really kind of catch the girls? And I'm going to say guys. Well, we'll say girls because it's about girls. You gotta kind of catch the girls and train them pretty young, because if this is not something that's ingrained, it's kind of hard to like fake it. You can't
be fake.
Right. Can
Yeah.
you train somebody
Yes.
that's like maybe 30, 40,
Yes.
50 years old, and that maybe has been a little, assertive and aggressive and may...
No, I actually
How do you do that?
met the one that I actually work with for my Polish woman. I met her when she was 30 years old. And, for her, she's like, I'm never going to do, anything that you advise me because it's hard.
Yeah.
I was born this and that. I'm from here. I'm from the U.S. We're this and that. And I was like, no, just try it. And then she didn't listen for years until I grabbed her. She just passed out because of a guy and just crying. I said, if you're not going to listen to me, I said, I'm not ever going to talk to you. You have to listen and just be the woman that you're supposed to be. And she started listening years after she got married.
Oh, great.
She never thought she was going to get married.
Yeah,
Never.
just before the spider web started growing, the cobwebs were
Yeah.
coming out on that thing.
It took her, I think, 7 years, or 6 years before.
Oh, that's a long time.
That was really.
So she snagged herself a man.
Yes.
Hot damn. And
Yeah.
are they still married?
And they're still married, and I still talk to her, and she's like, "What should I do?" So, yeah, but as I've said, when you find the love, if you found the love of your life, you don't stop. You continue, and it's just hard work.
It is.
Marriage is hard work.
Yeah. Because it's like training. I mean, it's kind of like training for a new job.
Yeah.
Because if you've been all masculine with your power tools out as a woman, and then Jessica comes along and she's trying to teach you a whole new job, you gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
The training sessions pay off.
You just have to be mysterious. You
Yes.
have to have that mystery.
Oh, that's so true, Jessica.
You cannot like be. You cannot. My husband doesn't know any. I mean, he knows a couple of things about me, but he doesn't know my past. He doesn't know anything.
Jessica,
you want him to learn
that's
about
right.
you.
I am so glad.
Yeah.
One of the things that I tell women, I don't care what age you are, I have always told them the secret, one of the many secrets to having a long-lasting relationship, and he and I have been together 22 years, is here's one of the secrets, and you're going to agree with me, girl. Please have separate bathrooms. And you think that's not important? It is very important.
Very important.
I'm telling you, these Generation X girls, no offense, Brianna, but they will go to the bathroom in front of their boyfriend.
No, I
they
never
will
do
go.
that.
Never do you reveal what goes on behind that bathroom door. That's why if you want to maintain a relationship, you got to have your separate bathroom.
My husband will hate this, but my husband does not use the bathroom in my bathroom.
That's
in
right.
Our bathroom.
That's right. No,
Yeah.
never, ever.
Never.
You know why? For obvious reasons, olfactory reasons, but for other reasons, it takes the mystery and the romance away from the relationship. You do not want a man to know what you're doing in that bathroom.
Yeah.
And you don't want to know what they're doing because they do some god-awful things. You know what those men are doing. Burping and farting like maniacs. We don't want to know that because a man and a woman really want to be, especially with men being visual, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you know,
yeah.
they
My
just,
husband is very visual.
Yes.
He hasn't. We've been married for 17 years, and he hasn't farted in front of me.
See that? That is impressive.
I don't as well.
That
I go,
would, yeah,
and my friends were
no
like the
farting.
women that are like, you know, that are I'm advising her, like, where do you fart? I go to the garage. I go
exactly.
wherever.
You
Just so I
never,
won't, I won't
never do that. I'm so glad. And even, you know, burping. I mean, come on, train yourself. You do not go burping and picking your teeth. And I have seen it happen at restaurants. I'm like, no. You cannot do that. It is not the way you're going to get a man, and it's not the way you're going to keep one. So, what are some of the other tips that you talk about in your book?
Well,
do we get into anything interesting, like, you know, any kind of games? You know what I'm saying?
She has to cover her.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
I have a lot.
Past that. You'll have to buy the book for the games.
I have a lot, but
Jessica, you have to buy the book to get the Jessica games. We're not going into the games. We're not ready teaching Brianna that yet. No,
I teach her about dating, though.
That's very important.
Very important.
Just try to be feminine. And obviously, you know, romance, separate bathrooms. I don't know what else, anything else that you feel that could help a woman right now who's listening to snag herself a damn husband.
Well, okay, number one for single women: do not ever date a married man. Never, because it will not end up good. Even if you guys end up with the guy, and you know you're ruining a family. So
because
never.
if he cheated on her with you, what the hell do you think he's going to do with you?
Yes.
What are you, crazy?
Yeah, that's my number one rule, actually, girls. I'm so sorry.
No, it's true.
If you come to me and you say you're dating a married man, I'm going to be like, okay,
yes,
stop. I'm going to stop it.
Oh, my God. No. Not if you're looking, I'm going to put in a disclaimer, not if you're looking to get married to this particular man. Now, if you want a little boinky doink on the weekend and you're like, well, he's married, so I know he's not going to have to be asking me, and you just want a hot romance, I have no, you know, if you want to do that, go right ahead, but you will get hurt in the end. But if you're looking for a husband, he is not choosing you as the secret mistress because he cannot stand to be away from you. He's doing it because he can't stand to be with his wife anymore, and you're not the only one. So let me slap you, bitch. So you are currently, I understand, writing a second book. What's the title? What's it about?
I don't have a title yet, but it's being, you know, it's about a polished woman, and I think I've wrote every question that a woman would ask. It's all there, and I included a couple of, you know, beauty tips and a couple of health tips and stuff, so it'll be interesting.
Well, I'm gonna throw a beauty tip in there right now. My grandmother told me, she said, and I'm Irish, and she said, you never ever walk out of the house without makeup on, because I guarantee you that you're going to run into someone that you know.
Yes.
And you always dress like you are going to run into your worst enemy because you want to look the best. And this woman would get up at 5 a.m. to put her makeup on. Right? She'd go to bed with the makeup on. Now, this is extreme. I couldn't do that. Oh, you used to do that too. That's so old school. She would go to bed with her makeup. Then after he snores, then she'd run in the bathroom, take it off, put her coat cream on.
Oh my gosh. I know, but that was time.
And then she would get up before he got up. It is. And she did that all the days of her life. And she said, and that's what kept part of the romance. Now, I'm not recommending that because I don't do it. But you know what? He always would say, I have the most beautiful, beautiful wife in the world. And he said, I don't think I've ever seen her without makeup. And we've been married like 50-something years. No makeup. But it's so important to keep yourself looking good. It doesn't matter if you're too fat, too skinny, too
No.
tall, too short. You can try to look your best. Do not walk out of the house looking like a damn sea hag.
Oh no, I
You
know.
can't be looking all crusty.
No, I had to wait for my husband to leave the house. Then
Yes.
I'm relaxing on everything. It
Put
was
on the
horrible.
stretch pants.
I know. I don't care. Like I'm naked and stuff.
I'm gonna walk around naked in heels.
That's why I track him. Like, okay, he's on his way home. Then I put my
Yes!
makeup. I put my hair.
See?
It's like it's a lot of work.
But you know what? It's important because there are women out there that are doing the best they can to try to take your man. I'm just going to tell you, you're in jeopardy at all times.
And for some reason, can I just tell
Yeah.
you? Women are attracted to married men more.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Oh,
I know.
Is this something new? I hadn't heard that.
A lot of women out there are more attracted to women, men who are
why that
married
is.
because first of all, you know, as I've said, women are very independent, and you know they don't have any exclusivity if they date a married man, and if you're dating married man, they treat you like a queen. You know, they will spoil you. They will give you everything. And
Wow.
it's sad, but yeah. But
It might be you could, you know, I have heard a couple girls say it's because, well, he's married, so if he can hold on to a wife, he's not that much of a weirdo. Because, you know, that's the ones that are not married that got the freak going on. They got their freak flag flying. So, I mean, come on, if you're 50 years old and you're a man, no offense, I don't want any emails, but if you're 50 and you've never been married and you've never had a relationship over,
that's in my rule.
That's a
he's
big
40,
warning.
No, actually,
40.
I say if it's 40, don't date them.
Yeah.
Because it means there's something wrong with them.
But then you got the other side of things where, I mean, it's a whole damn science because you got the other side where you don't want to, at least I don't ever recommend that women get married or be attracted to men who have too much baggage.
Yes.
You know, like the ex-wife who's all up in your grill and there's like 6 kids and there's like and the husband has to attend birthday parties and that's
hard
that's
as well.
very hard.
Yeah.
If
You
they
must
have
really
that.
love the guy for you to
Yeah,
stick
can't
with.
be doing that.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about your brand, Polished Woman. Why, you know, what the brand, what are you doing with Polished Woman? Obviously, there's a book. What else are you going to do with it?
Well, I'm trying, you know, I moved here in LA thinking, what should I do? You know, I mean, I had my whole career back in my country, and then moving here, I was like, you know, I don't know, what should I do? And then some things happen in our lives that we don't expect, and for some reason, this became like, you know, an experience that I can share to people or to women.
Yeah.
And I used it. And then all of a sudden I just had women come to me, and then like ask for advice, and I enjoyed it, and I felt like I had some sort of like a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So, so then I wrote this book. A good friend of mine was the one who actually inspired me to write this book. She came with me when I was doing the writing class, and I just enjoyed it. And so hopefully I'll be able to get out there and really talk to a lot of women and give them advice, and hopefully I'll be able to have a show here with you guys.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Brianna, I know have you snuck a peek at the mother's book?
Yeah, she's let me read some
So she
dating
knows
advice.
that she knows. She's read those little secrets. Yeah, and
She knows how to be treated like a queen. Her first boyfriend.
Oh my gosh,
Her
no,
first boyfriend
no,
gave her a very, you know,
that's
a ring
ring. Not
at
a
that
ring,
age.
but yeah, 14-year-old
not really. He
kid.
didn't give me a ring.
No,
What did he
but
give you?
He gave her a pretty, a pretty
Rubies,
good,
emeralds,
a pretty
diamonds.
a pretty good present where you're like, what? He's
Wow.
14 years old and he gave you this?
He's very generous.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that was raised right. Well,
Yeah,
see,
he was raised
He's a very good-
by the parents.
you have to be selective, and you got to teach your children to be selective. You can't be, not giving your son and daughter rules. Next thing you know, they end up with a damn crack whore. You got to teach them some kind of rules and regulations, people. So, my gosh. Now, I understand you got a blog. Is that launching today? Is it this
I was
Sunday?
gonna launch it today, but then we had this whole, we had the what do you call that? We had a horse show, and then the whole 4 episodes of Making a Model was
on a marathon.
On a marathon today, so we had to do a lot of lives today, so we weren't able to do that. So I'll do it this week.
What is it going to be about? Your blog?
It's all about.
It's about the same thing we were talking about.
Relationship, marriage, love, sex, anything.
You perked my left ear up already.
Yeah.
Brianna, what is she talking about? Horses. Do you ride? Or are you an equestrian?
I'm an equestrian. I do ride.
Oh, I love Frisian horses. My favorite horse. Of course, I like the Clydesdale too. What's your favorite horse?
I like warm bloods because I do a lot of jumping and equitation and all of that, so I'm like more into that.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Oh, do you have your own horse?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Where's he stabled? Here in LA?
No, they're in San Juan Capistrano.
Yeah.
It's kind of far away.
It's far, but we travel there so she can go to one of the best trainers.
Wow.
In LA.
And do you do competitions?
Yes, I
on a regular basis?
Yes.
She's pretty good.
And what's the horse's name?
There are 3. We have.
Oh, help. Oh, she's got 3 horses, people. See, you young boys need to be like going on her Instagram. 3 horses.
Brianna.
She can take
Bunevacch.
you. She can take you.
Oh, yeah.
So do you, is that, are there any hot guys there? I think that's predominantly a female sport
It
now,
is a female
isn't
sport.
it?
There's no.
There's no guys out there.
Except the stable boys. But they don't look like they used to. There are no Cary Grants, that's for sure. But what are the names of the 3 horses?
We have Coco, Hudson, and Bear.
Oh, and this place takes care of them, and
Yes.
they make sure. And you
Very well.
and you know about horses well enough to know that they're being
I know
because there's muscle mass and the
Mm-hmm.
sheen of the coat.
Yeah.
And do they know you like when you come?
They do. They get excited every time I go to them. They're so sweet.
Are horses you're the only animal that you really, really love, or you love all animals?
I love all animals.
Me too.
She's an animal.
She's
too.
not.
Because I'm allergic. That's the only reason why.
To every animal, there's got to be one little. What about a turtle?
I can't. It gets itchy.
Sometimes, Brianna, that's a mother's excuse. Oh, you can't have an animal. I'm allergic. And they're lying their asses off. I'm allergic.
I know.
My mother, we can't have a dog. I'm allergic. She's
Right?
oh, damn allergic. Oh, my God. So let's talk about the relationship that you had mentioned earlier, the mother and teen-daughter relationship. What are some tips for mothers and teen daughters so that you guys don't get on each other's nerves when you have to work and live together? Because, something I am not, and I'm just going to throw it out there, I don't care how many emails I get, I am not a Katie Couric fan. So, right now is the Winter Olympics. So she's one of the hosts for the Winter Olympics, and she said at an interview, and I can't remember who the Olympian was, but it was she and her mom being interviewed, and Katie Couric said, how do you have such a close relationship? My daughter doesn't even want to be in the same zip code as me. And I'm thinking, well, I can give you 10 reasons, but I did not. So it's very hard. From what I understand, again, no children, but I understand that it is very hard to raise kids, and especially when they get to be Brianna's age, because they want to start, like sowing their oats and doing their thing, establishing dominance. Yeah. So that's one thing to just have them at home and just they go off on there. But with you and having to work with Brianna, we need some major tips. So give some tips for people who may be in a momager relationship or might be like the mother of an actor or a possible model. How is it that you and Brianna get along so well?
Well, first of all, this is the age where you really have to be with them, where you really have to spend a lot of time with them. And they get annoyed.
Yeah, they do.
They get annoyed.
Of course.
So you give them a little bit of that
cramp in their
space.
style. Don't be up on me.
Yeah, they get, you have to give them space, the right timing when you enter the room. and talk to them. You can't really yell. I used to yell a lot.
You yell all the time.
I used to yell a lot, but
She
now
still
I
yells all
have
the
She
time.
still
I still
yells.
yell.
So-
But then when I'm serious and I really need to talk to her, she knows. I go to her room and let's talk about this, and
Yeah.
we talk.
Well,
Yeah.
you kind of go to my room every night before we go to sleep.
Yeah, I love her. I tell my kids I love them every day.
Brianna, I hate to tell you, but when you get to a certain age, you want to hang out with your teens, I
Yeah.
hear, because you want to relive your days and you want to be their friend. They want to go to the parties.
Yeah.
I don't even have kids, and I'd rather hang out with millennials than the people my own age. They're no fun.
I go to the club with my 2 kids.
Well,
We
I
go
wish
clubbing
I
in
could.
Vegas.
I wish I could.
You know what's funny? A friend of mine said, "How do you go to Vegas for New Year's Eve? My kids doesn't even want to be with me. Or even like as soon as they turn 17, they're like, no, we're not spending New Year's Eve with you.
Oh.
Because you know why? I make it fun.
That's right.
I make it fun. I act. My husband and I act like we're one of them. We drink with them. We even smoke with them.
Smoking the marijuana.
Yeah.
Lighting up the old Mary Jane.
Yeah. We're really
Hip.
like
Real hip,
we're
cool
yeah, and
now.
at least I know what they're doing. I know every single time. I know the first time they had SCX, I know everything.
Oh my God.
And then
Say the word.
I even told my daughter I'm very open. Like
Yeah.
I want them to be like, okay, when are you doing it? I
Yeah.
need to give you this
Yeah.
and that, and then who is your boyfriend? Every
To feel safe coming to you
Yes,
rather than hiding
yes,
it. End up
yes.
on one of my favorite shows, Teen Mom.
Yes. So you just be open and have that relationship with your kids. And one thing that I want to advise moms out there, I think having dinner together is very important without TV, phone. I get mad at her sometimes when we have dinner and then she's watching TV. I said no TV, because it's the only time you only have that 30 minutes or 20 minutes
Right.
of dinner and talking about what happened, what's your day, or how what you want to do next week, or
Right.
stuff like that. Things that you want to talk about, because that's the only time that you really get to spend time with them.
Yeah, and you know what is great, and I'm bringing back my Kardashians. I'm keeping out my Kardashians. I think that because we had something very similar in my household. It's called pits and peaks. So you talk about like the pits. There's like what happened that was the worst part of your day, and then what was the peak. The best part of your day.
Yeah.
And it's a really great thing
It's a good-
to find out a
Yeah.
little bit. You can do a little spy work, see what's going on, in the kids. But it's good to talk about it and know what is bothering your children, right?
I ask her not almost every night, but I ask her a lot
Yeah.
of times, like, are you okay? Like, you want to talk?
Yeah.
And then she's like, when she's not in the mood, I leave her alone.
Yeah. How do you know when she's not in the
I
mood?
know.
She knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
I
so-
hide it very well, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
knows.
but she
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
So talking. One tip: keep open communication. The dinners.
The dinners. That's very important, and just letting them know that you love them.
Yeah.
Just saying I love you.
Yeah.
I prayed for you. I love it's very important for them to feel that they're being loved by their.
What advice would you give,
parents.
though, to parents who don't have the opportunity to be able to be with their children all the time because they have to work? The mother and father have to work day jobs, and when they get home, they're so tired. Or maybe the families who are unfortunately have to work 2 jobs in order to make a living. What can they do with that small little amount of time?
That's why we have cell phones.
What can you do?
That's why you have cell phones. Call them, FaceTime with them. Talk. You can always give your child, 5 minutes, being on the
Right.
phone with them, or even 2 minutes. You
Right.
call your lover or your
Yeah.
husband or whoever who is important to you. Your kids are important to your life.
That's one of my
So-
biggest pet peeves. There, in this day and age, have you ever? One of the things that annoys me is when you call someone, which very rarely do people call anyone anymore, but one of my pet peeves is when they answer the phone, they say, well, I don't really have time to talk right now, and I'm like, well, why did you answer the phone? Don't answer the phone, because that is highly offensive to say to anyone, well, I'm really busy, I can't talk right now. Well, don't pick up the phone. Well, it's the same thing, you know, if you are too busy to do a full conversation, at least text your kid, right? Yeah. And say, let's meet at this time. You know, do you have this amount of time to spend with me?
Yeah. And weekends are, you know, spend a quality time. It can be 30 minutes.
And then people are always using an excuse, even in work and business. Oh, I was so busy. I'm sorry I didn't call you for 6 months. I was so busy. Well, you know what? You need to make yourself, you don't associate with people that make you an option rather than a priority.
You know, I advise my girls that, the single women, when they say, oh no, he hasn't called because he's so busy. Oh no. If a guy really likes you, even if he's that busy, he will give you a call.
You will be the priority.
You will be the priority.
Never let yourself be an option for show. Now, daughter by Brianna, question for you. What are your future plans? Like, say you do modeling and then all of a sudden, because it can happen with teens, because teens are fickle, you know, you think you want to do something now, like a couple of years you're like, I'm so over it. What are some other things that you might think you'd like to do professionally?
I definitely think I'm going to continue on writing, because I've been doing that for so long. I'm just going to keep on doing that. Maybe I would try acting, because I've done that before, and then I've gotten more into modeling. I took a break from that. Definitely continue school, and then I tried all the sports, but I'm not really into that. I'm not passionate about that, so if I'm not passionate, then
is riding considered a sport?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got one sport. You can take the credit for one sport. That's it. One sport. Yeah. So do you like acting? You said you did it before. What were you on? What did you?
I've done a lot of theater.
I love theater. It's my first thing.
She played Dorothy.
I did Dorothy and
The Wizard of Oz.
We were The Grinch. We did a lot of that. Oliver Twist. A lot of that. A lot of the classics. We did a lot of that.
Don't you love theater? Instant gratification rather than film and television where there's nobody to laugh and you gotta wait. What's your favorite play? It could be something you did already.
I like Dorothy. That's
Dorothy
fun.
and the Wizard of Oz.
She was 7 years old when she did that. She memorized the whole script.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was so proud of her.
Oh my
memorized everything.
Oh my God! I have so many friends that tell me they're casting directors, producers, directors, and they're like, Priscilla, you are so funny. You are sitcom gold. But you know what my problem is, Jessica? Yeah. I cannot remember lines.
Oh, no.
If it's one word, I can do it. A sentence is pushing it. But if you're giving me a paragraph, forget about it. I can't do it.
But you can remember lyrics.
But I can remember lyrics to every song that I like.
You have to sing your lines.
That's it. Give me a reality show where I'm singing all my dialogue. Exactly. That's it.
I know, it's so funny.
Sing it. Just sing it. Now, Brianna, question for you. What is going on with the social media for teens? And what's the hottest one you should be on if you're an aspiring model? Obviously, I think it's Instagram, but I could be wrong.
I think it's Instagram, yeah.
What are the other ones?
I think it goes Instagram and then like Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. And then you just have to stay active, because if you're not, then your fans will be like, okay, what's happening?
They're just so fickle.
And then you have to be different than anyone else. You have to like stand out, do something bold, like wear something, style, like take a photo shoot, like I don't know, with like a pig or something. I don't know, something different that'll like catch your eye, kind of.
Right.
That really like exposes you, and like people are like, ooh, what's this? And like they'll be curious, and they have to be funny, and you have to be like really open and confident.
Right. Yeah. Right. So with these models, say like the two girls, the Schroeder girls, Faith and oh Lord, I can't. Anyway, they get paid every single time they're on. Okay. So what Brianna, do you do now? Like with you being on this show, Making a Model, do they tell you that you cannot post any pictures on social media since you're on this competition?
Well, while we were filming, we weren't allowed to post anything, like saying what we were doing, because we wanted to like save that for when it was airing.
Yeah.
So now that all of it is out, we can post more about it, and we have some photos from the shoots, and like we can all just expose that.
Can you use the shoot photos as part of your portfolio? Do they allow you to do that?
Yeah, Yolanda set up our portfolio with all the shots that we took.
Okay. And then once the show, I think, Jessica, you said the last show is March 4th.
No, I think it's today.
Oh, today's the last show?
Today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you won't know probably till May if it gets picked up, right? But is this the end for you? They're not going to continue, like, if they get picked up, they start with a whole new crop of girls every...
No, I think they're going to do reruns for a while.
Reruns
and then,
for a while,
And then they're going to air it international, so I think they have to wait for that.
Okay.
And then they'll see if the people want new girls or the same girls.
Yeah.
New girls are the same girls. Yeah. Wow. You never know what reality television is going to do, because if they're how are the girls, Brianna, because I guess the moms are there too. How are the moms and the girls getting along? How are the moms getting along? Has there been any weaves that have been pulled out yet? Is there any hair that went flying? Any fur flying? Because you know what? Honestly, that's what reality television.
Yeah.
They want you. They will create drama or tell you to create drama. That's just the reality of it. No pun intended. But it's just getting to be so over. It's like, oh my God, you can tell when it's fake and when it's not. They're bringing back one of my favorite reality shows, Jersey Shore. I mean, you know, I have a friend of a friend of a friend who said that they used to make them fist fight and create all this drama, which I don't think that at their age they should be doing anymore, because they're like moms. Yeah. But how has it been overall? Is it more like, you know, a Girl Scout hunky-dory kind of a show? Because again, I haven't seen it. I don't know what goes on there. What is it about? What are they doing?
All the relationship with the moms are kind of different. Like, some of them are more talkative, and like some of them are more shy to each other. But we didn't really have that much drama on the show. Okay. And they did try to put, like, say this and say that, like, try and fit that in, but we, like, said no, and we didn't want to. Good. Yeah. So
they allowed that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Normally they're like, you better do it, bitch, or you're out of here. You're coming back. Yeah. That is really great, because normally they try to have the moms fighting. Like on that show, Growing Up Supermodel, it started out everybody loved each other. By the end of the show, there was like all kinds of drama and hate going on. And I thought, I don't want to see that. I want to stay focused on what the show is about, which is trying to create the model, right?
Yeah.
So who is it? How many girls are on the show? 6. Or how many families, right? Mother, daughters? 6. And who are they, so we can give them some little plugs?
There is Carrington Duram and Lisa Duram. Carrington is a social media... She's really, like, one of the top social media people out there.
Yeah,
she has a lot of followers.
Million-something followers.
Not millions, but, like, thousands. And then there's Michaela and Karen. They're from Chicago. They're super, super nice. They have a really good relationship with each other. Then there's Athena and Diana. I think they're from... Oregon. Mm-hmm. And they're both, like, super sweet, down-to-earth people, and they're just so nice. And then we have Mackenzie and Teresa. They're also really, really nice. So kind and funny. And then we have Lillian. Our roommates, Lillian and Kat. They're just so amazing, and we were so thankful that we got them, because instantly we had a connection with them. Yeah. And they're just so funny. We laughed every night with them. And
do they film? So they put you guys up like 4-door room? Yes. 4-door room? And
we slept in bunk beds.
No.
Yes. Can you imagine?
And do they film 24 24 hours,
I
or
thought they did because they had cameras outside our
they-
room,
yeah.
like on the wall.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, and they had speakers.
what do you do about the makeup?
I know, right? I'm always like the last one that sleeps in that room.
What do they film behind the scenes stuff, or do they just keep the filming to the competitions? Like we
Like a lot of house reality also.
so it is
Yeah.
like America's Next
Yeah,
Top Model, where
yeah,
they are showing
yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on with the girls.
Yeah.
And were any of these families previously were the girls models, or what is everyone starting on the same level?
they were all like doing a little bit of modeling, like here and there, and then like now.
Brianna was the only one, and the other girl who didn't have any experience. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you guys get to any downtime where you get to go and hang out and be friends, or is it filming 24 hours a day?
Yeah, like on the weekends we had it off, but we had to do interviews.
yeah. But then after, I think we worked till like 9 o'clock. So after 9, we just go out and have dinner.
Oh, you do?
out
No
and hang out.
cameras.
No camera. Yeah.
Now, where are the hotties? Where are the hot? Do they like let you get around like hot
I know,
like
right?
boys?
No, I
what
wish.
What about they don't have you shooting with any?
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
I really want to do that with the
Yeah.
hot dude.
See, with the growing up supermodel, they had mixed it with
boy and a
hot
girl.
guy, boys and
I
girls.
want to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, like who are the hot guys, like the supermodel?
my
Who are the
gosh.
hot young guys? now?
Beckham's Romeo Beckham.
Is he
He's
the
my
son of
crush. David Beckham?
David Beckham? Oh, I gotta look him up. I don't even know what he looks like. I'm gonna Google him. Google him for me, Jessica.
Yeah.
Google him for me.
I thought you liked that Gerber or whatever.
I
his
like
name
Presley
is.
Gerber, but he's a little too old for me.
How old is he? Like 18?
18. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
He's
that's
not too old for me, girl. Send him over. You can have his baby brother, like 10. Oh my gosh. See, I don't even know. Back in my day,
Yeah.
there was a guy, I thought his name was Marcus Schenkenberger. Do you remember him? He was a German model. Oh my God, he was beautiful. I don't know who got into Fabio. Remember Fabio?
Yeah.
Some people liked him, but I don't know. But there weren't that many. There were more like female supermodels,
Yeah.
of course Tyra Banks and Beverly Peel, and then gosh, I can't even name how many. But there aren't that many male models.
No.
We need more. We need more male
need more,
models for
yeah.
sure. Now, what? We're moving into the career advice section of the show, and let's see him. Let's go. Let's see. This is now. What is his name? Romeo. Like he's got some pouty lips. I like the pouty lips. Oh my gosh, Romeo Beckham. Now is he? So what is that? Strong is building people up, not tearing each other down. Oh, now it says liked by, but there's no heart that is colored.
Oh, this is her phone.
Oh, that's your phone.
my
Oh,
phone.
you're not gonna.
I don't like
Don't be
Romeo
liking it.
Beckham.
Don't be arrested. You. I know. You're a little perv. Now, Jessica, what types of jobs do you recommend to supplement your income while you pursue your career as and I'm going to say, your occupation, not model, because obviously you got to pay her damn bills.
Yeah.
But what kind? Like, you're writing a book. You have a very successful husband, obviously, and pull a picture of him up. By the way, I did not. I heard he was really hot, but I haven't Googled him yet. So
He's
get on
handsome.
that for
He's
me.
my Fabio.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to have anyone less. And Filipino and Hungarian, I bet that is a great combination, right?
Yeah, he's really handsome.
Well, let's get that. What do you feel are 3 characteristic traits needed to reach your goal as a continuous working model? As a parent, and then I want to hear what Brianna feels.
As continuous model?
Yeah, because it's hard. It's not enough just to look good.
Yeah.
I would say, for example, you have to be on time, professional, and obviously you've got to be constantly reinventing yourself. So those are my tips.
Yeah. For me, I think it's not number one is really confidence. Number one. Because it's, okay, the thing is you do the go see every single day, right? It's like auditions every single day. And then you get smacked. Like you get bad
rejection.
Rejections.
I don't know how you can handle it.
Someone told me before when I was modeling, they thought I was ugly. I was but that rejection cannot put you down. It should be like, heck no, you're not gonna call me ugly. I'm gonna get out there and do my best.
Right.
So you have a lot of so you fight that rejection and get out there and be confident and say, no, you can't call me that. You can't call me short, or you can't call me because I'm doing the best that I can.
That's right.
And fight.
Right.
So that I think that's very important. And I think being professional, being on time, and as you've said, when you get there and you go to a go see for a certain designer, you have to know everything about him,
right?
Research about them, what they've done, what they want for a model, who modeled for them, stuff like that.
Right.
So I think that's number two. And the third, of course, you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You can't be a freaking model if you don't.
You got to eat one carrot a day. Don't let me catch your ass with a celery stick. That's over the limit for a model.
Not too much almond.
No.
Almonds are bad for you.
No. Believe it or not, I used to be a plus size model back in the day.
No.
Yes, girl. I was working
there. So nice. I was
looking at your used to be. I'm breaking out. I've been hitting the sugar hot and heavy. Oh my God. But I really enjoyed it so much. I was plastered 50 feet high and 50 feet wide in galleries all over the world by a very famous fine art photographer named Wayne Schoenfeld. He passed now. I was also photographed by Sam Baer, who's a very famous commercial director. He just did the Black Panther commercial.
Wow.
He was the one who shot Kurt Cobain's Smells Like Teen Spirit. Right? So I have been shot by some big people. But it was fun for a while, but then, I don't think that I have I have to be talking. That's another thing. As a model, your work involves you really have to be focused on more. You don't have to be introverted, but you can't be a chatterbox all over the set.
Yes,
you can't be talking. They don't want. They're not hiring you to talk. You're not a TV host. You're there to just, take their. Oh, another thing I wanted to point out is something that I learned on that show, Growing Up Supermodel. One of the young girls did not know much about the business. Her mom, or I can't remember, it was an actor. It wasn't a supermodel to get advice from. Took a campaign, did something because the person wanted the young girl to have their brand, and took a little photo shoot and posted it on Instagram, and it turned out that this was a sucky ass brand. So you really have to do your research and find out who is behind the jewelry. Who is you really do. So I'm going to bring that one up. And obviously, what are some things that a person should know before they decide to choose a career as a model? Brianna.
They have to, if they really want to do this, it depends what your age is. If you're about 16, are you willing to give up your teenage life of having a normal life? Because if you're on top there, you can't just go out with friends because paparazzi, everyone's gonna go on you, go hard on you, flash and what you're doing, and your privacy. It's gonna be very hard for that. So you kind of have to commit yourself to that life and be prepared and no more like going to the mall with your friends normally without getting recognized by a billion people.
Which you probably are going to run into after this show.
Maybe.
So what are you doing in preparation for that happening? Are you like a security guard, or what are you going to do?
She's letting me.
Once she blows up like that.
She's letting me hang out with my friends right now as much as I can.
Yeah, I let her hang out with her friends. I trust her friends. I trust her, you know.
But you can't trust those weirdos at the mall.
I know.
What you making a mom?
I have very protective friends also. And guy friends.
All right. Well, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just never know who is around.
Oh, gosh, I know.
You know, you have to, especially now with this show, if it takes off, especially a Lifetime, So I mean, it's a huge channel. So I'm sure that did they give you the stats on is it
Not
blowing
yet.
up already? No.
No.
Well, let's just hope it does, so we can get some residuals. I don't know how to. Okay, so what are what Brianna? What is the biggest piece of advice or tips or warning specifically
Okay.
for girls?
For girls who want to be a model.
Yeah.
Warning.
I'm thinking maybe like with the pervs, let's talk that.
Okay. Yeah, so with the pervs out there.
The Harvey Weinsteins of the world.
Yeah, so with pervs and like haters, you just block them off. Like don't care. Like they, no matter what they say, like they're willing to spend that much time talking to you, like saying hateful things about you that like they don't have a life. So like just move on.
Yeah.
Like for the pervs, just ignore
how do
that.
you know? Like there might be someone that is as intelligent as you, and they're very naive, and they don't know. They don't have a mother like you to teach you. What can you tell them? Like, he looks like this. They might be like shady looking, or they might say something. What tips can you, like, warning?
Like a warning.
A little shifty-eyed.
If you think he's shifty-eyed, then I would definitely back off.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't
Don't
really
be
get into that.
ever allow yourself to be in a room with a male.
Oh, yeah.
Because your mom obviously goes with you on every go-see, right? Because you're underage.
Yeah.
But, what if it's somebody that's, say, 18 and they're just starting in the business and they don't know anything? I mean, even though you're young, you still have more experience than a lot of models that are starting at 18.
Yeah.
What can they do? I say take some damn pepper spray.
No, yeah, you should.
Oh, get one of those damn tasers.
Taser guns?
Yeah.
I
For
would
sure.
definitely-
Yeah, she actually has some pepper spray.
I have pepper spray.
Well, it doesn't
And
hurt.
I take some self-defense classes.
That
sometimes.
is so
And
important.
boxing.
She does.
Oh my God, that's a
boxing,
great
and
tip.
I do that, yeah.
I mean,
she
not
does
only
that.
is it great to keep you in shape,
Yeah,
but
like,
it's very
protection.
important.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's
And
such a great tip.
She lets me know, like I know where she is.
Yeah.
And I know like who she hangs out with, and if ever they go to an appointment and she has to be alone,
She knows.
I know everything.
Yeah, you can do that geo thing with the kids'
Do you
phones.
put a
now.
tile
I don't know
on
what
her?
that is. Put a tile. There's a tile app where you know where they are every single second of the day.
Oh, and another advice for moms out there: I am connected to her social media.
Oh.
So that's a good advice for moms out there.
Yeah.
I know that they won't like that, but then you got
to teach the child to say,
for
this
me,
is for your benefit
for me,
that I do that.
Especially the ones that are open to the public. I kind of monitor it and see.
Yeah.
There was one guy that actually sent her a message, and I was like, oh.
Ooh.
I deleted it right away before she even saw it. She didn't.
Well,
even
depending
see
on
it.
what he looks like, Brianna, send it to me. Pass it on over. Oh my Lord, that means it is time to go. So before we go, I was hoping that you were going to bring me an autographed picture. I would have asked. I want it. Send me one.
Yeah,
will you?
I will.
Put it up on. I have almost 200,000 followers on Twitter. Well, I've had the show 9 years. So.
Yeah. Wow,
And then I got about
congratulations.
15,000 on Facebook, and so I would love to post. I mean, there's no bad exposure, right? Everything.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, where do you see yourself when this show is over? Brianna, where do you see yourself? Personally speaking, What do you want to do next?
I want to continue modeling and take what I've learned from Yolanda and just keep going forward, doing a lot of go-sees and auditions, and just hopefully get to the top.
Yes. So you really want to be a supermodel?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes, I do, right now.
So, and how tall are you?
5'8".
Wow. And are you still growing?
Yes.
Or
I think so, because I'm 14 only. I'm only 14, so I think I'm going to
When
grow.
you stop growing, Yolanda? What
Maybe
is
like
it?
16 or 17.
All right, so you could hit 5'9".
I can hit 5'9".
You could even go 5'10".
Maybe.
Yeah. And what, if somebody's going to want to know this, what does your daily diet consist of?
Oh, God. I don't know. Like a mix. Because some days I'm like, I want to eat healthy. And then like some days, like it's like my cheat day. Yeah. You always have to have that one cheat day. You do.
Cheat day.
Yeah.
But if you were to say to keep yourself healthy, like your whole body is like my right leg is bigger than that. So I wish that I could have your figure. But your mom also has a great figure. Genetics has a lot to do with it. But what can you do as a child of your age?
Yeah.
To keep yourself healthy, not just with the food wise.
Okay.
Because you go out with your friends and they may not be models and they might want to eat the ice cream and, you know.
Yeah.
I definitely say stay hydrated because water is really important for your body. And try and stay away from the sugar. I know it's really good, but you can have it once in a while. But in
moderation.
Sodium, really bad. Salt.
Yeah.
Oof,
yeah.
She's
salt.
very good at that. When she knows she has something like the next day or the next few days, she's like she doesn't eat any dessert or sugar.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
And are they briefing? Is this show? Or I'm gonna ask you to turn on your mouth. Yeah, you are being briefed on staying healthy and not going the route of anorexia and like skipping meals and doing. That's not good.
No,
right?
no.
Are they touching upon that on the show?
They don't say that on the show, but I've done.
Do they stress eating healthy?
Yes, they do. Yes, definitely.
And working out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And working out, yeah.
All right. So I am expecting an autograph picture, you girl. And I'm hoping that you guys come back. Maybe possibly after the show is over.
Yeah.
Maybe by the end of the year. Hopefully there's some projects coming up.
Yay.
And now, will Brianna, when you become a supermodel, can you secure Harry Styles for me?
I will reserve him for you.
I need him on this lap.
Okay.
I need something. If not, cut a piece of his damn hair. I'll take that.
Okay.
Do you know he is like on tour right now, and I am trying to beg Albert to take me to the LA Forum. He's like, I'm not going to Harry Styles, and I know no young people. So who wants to go to see Harry Styles? He's so sexy. Oh my God. Oh, I'm loving me some Harry Styles. Okay, so thank you. I want to thank you guys both for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What do you want to say to your fans before you leave?
Oh,
of the polished woman.
Don't forget, buy the book.
Ha!
Date like a
Polished
girl, marry like a woman.
Where can we buy it? Amazon
and Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and
online.
Noble?
Yeah.
Okay, and Brianna, you got some fans, girl. What you want to say?
Just be yourself and keep on watching Making Models, Yolanda Hadid.
Yeah,
look
and
at
it's going international.
International.
The people out there who's listening from Canada, Europe,
Oh my
Asia.
God, we have a huge, don't ask me how,
Australia.
I have a huge following in Slovenia. Don't ask me, I don't know how the hell that happened, but we welcome Slovenia. That's right. Brianna. Now, are you going to eventually shorten your name to just Brianna, or are you going to keep your whole name?
I don't know.
Like there's Tyra and there's
Yeah. They call her Bree.
They call me Bree all the time.
Bree. Oh, there's no Bree out there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do Bree.
Yeah.
Brand it. All right. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please check Brianna out on Instagram I'm going to let you say your own name.
At Brianna.Bunevacz.
Did I see? I did say it wrong. Gosh darn it.
Oh, it's the same.
It's all right, Bunevacz. Is that the Hungarian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Hungarian. Okay.
the American way is Bunevacz.
So I said it. I was all
Yeah,
up in the
ours is
American.
like-
Yeah.
It's the
and you are, where should polishedwoman.com the best?
Polishedwoman.com.
But we want to give you little thumbs on Facebook. Polished Woman on Facebook.
Polished Woman on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then Jessica R. Bunevacz for Instagram.
Are you on Twitter at all?
Yeah. I think it's Jessica Bunevacz.
Jessica.
Bunevacz, yeah.
Well, hopefully we will see them in the future and we'll have them come back on the show. They have committed to coming back on the show.
Yeah.
So we are going to have them back if they want to come, and I am going to tune the show out. Oh my God, by the way, I have one of the funniest women in the world coming on my show. I am so in love with this woman. She is a columnist for one of the hottest entertainment websites called Reality T, and she writes the columns for all of the 90 Day Fiancé. Told you I'm up in there. And she is so funny. Her name is Erin Murphy, and she is coming up soon. So go to my website to check out when. We are going to close the show out by playing Devin Nash's song again, entitled OD. And we'll see you next week on Question Reality. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
My God, she's held with this heaven in her eyes, and it's so marvelous, it's so damn hard to miss. It ain't right, the way that she came into my life, it makes her hard to trust, it's so damn dangerous. Because I'm thinking about her future, and that ain't what she's used to. No, she don't wanna confuse us. I said, she don't wanna confuse us. She just wanna OD on me, OD on me. She hit me deep, and then she wanna leave. Yeah, she wanna OD on me, OD on me.